Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be doing a quick comparison between the Rolex Submariner here on my left, reference number 116610. We'll be comparing it against the Rolex Sea 4000, recently discontinued, reference number 116600 here on my right. We'll be going over the price, dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Okay, so as of June 2017, you can get the Rolex Submariner at a authorized Rolex retailer for $8,550, or you can get it from JazTime.com for as low as $7,800. For the Rolex Sea 4000, unfortunately, this watch was actually recently discontinued at the Bezel World Show of 2017. So the original retail price was $10,400, but unfortunately the market price at the moment, you're looking at getting it for as low as $10,600 at JazTime.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare the dials now. So for the dials, we have very similar dials. They both have the maxi dial, which is the circular hour marker as the index at the 6, 9, and 12 o'clock position, being 30% larger than the standard Rolex hour markers. Almost even similar down to the text, where we have the Submariner name, the water resistance, and the superlative chronometer certification, and also same thing here with the Sea Dollar, but the Sea Dollar name's a little more bolded. So very similar dial look. One major difference is the Cyclops lens on top of the sapphire crystal. As you can see there, has a little protrusion for that magnification of the date for easier viewing, whereas the Submariner does not have that. Both have the scratch resistant sapphire crystal. Besides that, the only other difference really is the color configurations that you can get these watches in. The Submariner has the anniversary edition, 50th anniversary edition, called the Hulk, which is a green bezel, green dial. The Sea Dollar is just the black, the standard black. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the bezel now. For the bezel, they both have the black, the unidirectional, rotatable 60-minute graduated scratch resistant Cerachrome insert, which is a ceramic that is scratch resistant. Has the numerals, the 60-minute numerals with the little indexes. They are platinum dusted as well to give it a nice shine and a little more resistance as well. The edges of the bezel are sort of serrated or ribbed for easier gripping to turn the bezel. As I mentioned, it is unidirectional in the sense that the reason for it being both of these being a diver's watch is that, let's say you wanted to keep track of your oxygen tank, oxygen, or how much oxygen you have left, you would basically move the peridot to the minute hand, and let's just say you know you have 15 minutes left. So when it gets to this index marker, you know you're getting low on oxygen. That's why it's unidirectional, so that you can't turn it back and accidentally give yourself additional time that you don't have. So that's sort of a safety feature. And they both are unidirectional, so they both have that same function. Of course, they also can be used for everyday activities, such as you want to track how fast you run a mile or see how long that business meeting is taking. You can also use it to track anything that deals with elapsed time. So small but quick and easy feature to have. Besides that, moving on to the case. The case, we have a 40 millimeter case. So my index finger to my thumb here, that's 40 millimeters of thickness, or rather 40 millimeters in diameter. For the case thickness, however, the Sea Dollar is going to have a much bigger thickness, as it is we're comparing a regular diver's watch, which is a Submariner on my left, and the Sea Dollar is a professional diver's watch. And that can be shown through the water resistance that both of these watches carry. The water resistance on the Submariner is 300 meters, or 1,000 feet, whereas the Sea Dollar, you're looking at a water resistance of 4,000 meters, or it's 1,000 meters, 1,220 meters, or 4,000 feet. And that's also actually printed on the front of the dials I shown you earlier. At the very bottom, right there, 300 meters, 1,000 feet, and the pseudo right there, 1,220 meters, or 4,000 feet. But another thing to notice is that the little circular indentation here on the side of the sea dweller case, that's actually very important, because once you get to the reason for this is called the helium escape valve. So once a professional diver has gone into a certain depth, they have to slowly be pressurized as they come up in a gas chamber, so that the pressure is slowly released. But with watches without these helium escape valves, the sapphire crystal actually will pop out of the watch due to the pressure. So there's actually a little spring here that once it reaches a certain bar of pressure, it'll actually open up and release that gas out slowly. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the crown now. As these are both sports divers watches, we do have the crown protectors on the crown. Same style crown, which is a trip block waterproofness system. Very simple functions, as I'll go over with the Submariner here. Unscrews counterclockwise to the hand winding position, which you can wind the watch 20 to 30 times, no more, as you might damage the watch. A simple tug of the crown will let you change the date instantaneously, as shown. And the final position will stop the second hand or the hack movement, as indicated there, and let you adjust the hands bi-direction, or rather set the hands bi-directionally. Now, stopping the second hand is important, mainly because if you want to adjust the time to an exact time, like an atomic clock, you can set it down to the exact second and have precise timekeeping. Of course, always make sure to screw the crown nice and tight against the case, as you want to keep these watches water resistant. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the bracelets now. For the bracelets, you're looking at very standard oyster bracelets. As I mentioned, these are sports watches, so no high polish here. All brushed steel sand finish oyster bracelets, all the way down to the clasp as well. These both run the same style clasp, so I'll go ahead and show you. So we have the folding oyster, safety folding oyster. These little hinges being the safety, and that pops out the folding oyster, as you can see. All right, and as we have the clasp blades now, the clasp blade on the Submariner, it has the Rolex name embossed on there as on a high polish, whereas the Sea Dweller has the Rolex name embossed on a sort of sandblasted texture. Oops. The sandblasted texture is actually a old representation of the clasp blade, and the new high polish is a newer version. This was actually changed around the end, closer to the end of 2016, where Rolex kind of quietly started doing high polishes on all their clasp blades. So you'll be seeing this more on newer watches now. But the function I want to get to now on the behind the clasp is what we call the glove-like extension link, and both of these watches have this. So you'll see these little rivets on the back of the clasp, and that actually allows for 2 millimeter increment adjustments up to 20 millimeters for the bracelet, as shown. Bam. So that's how it looks fully out, and slide it back in, and that's how it looks inward. And this is a very nice feature to have, as mainly the feature was kept in mind for divers with wetsuits. You want to be able to adjust the watch over the wetsuit so it doesn't strangle your wrist that much. And but also could be used for other everyday things, such as your wrist swells up a little bit, you can adjust just a little bit to give your wrist a little more breathing room, and vice versa for when it's colder and your wrist contracts. Or if you want to pass this watch down as a gift, you can give it to the person without having to take it to a jeweler to have a link removed just to fit the watch on. Okay, so very nice feature to have. Let's go ahead and move on to the movements and the back of the case now. Okay, so both of these watches actually run the same movement. They're housed in an oyster case backing. However, the seed oilers is just a little bit different, and it has the seed oiler name with the original gas escape helium valve embossed onto the back of the case back, as you can see there. But otherwise, the movements are the same movements. It's Rolex's in-house made 3135 perpetual mechanical self-winding movement with precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day. Has this functions of the center, hour, minute, and seconds hand with an instantaneous changing of the date and stopping the seconds hand for precise time setting. Besides that, both watches do have a power reserve of 48 hours. So you can put these watches down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday evening, and it'll be keeping the time just fine. Okay, so no real noticeable difference there in the movement. Let's go ahead and try these watches on the wrist now. As you can see, bam, bam, safety oyster, Submariner. Very standard, not too high on the wrist, so you can wear this dress occasions. You fit it under your suit cuffs, dress cuffs very nicely, very easily. The seed oiler now, pop open that safety, folding oyster. Go ahead and slap those back on, and there is the seed roller. Also very beautiful. Very good to mention that the Cyclops lens, if you don't really like that protruding of that lens, you got a nice flat crystal. However, the watch is much thicker. I actually forgot to provide the measurements of the profile of the side, and I do apologize. It's about 14.5 millimeters of thickness on the seed roller. Okay. So if you're interested in purchasing these watches or any of the watches for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. Where the lowest price is guaranteed. We offer free shipping and a 1-year warranty. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.